Hello everyone, and thank you for visiting the Motivation and Emotion Wiki page. This screencast is a short outline of the contents in this chapter, and as well as providing a detailed conclusion as to how this information can further enrich your life. As defined in the chapter, religiosity is the practice of believing in a deity of theological nature. It is important to study and understand how religion may affect people because of the impact it has on society and culture. Prayer has been shown to help regulate emotions for religious people. Sharp believes prayer works in 5 possible ways. As seen in the slide, Sharp's ideas are not based on the belief of God. He suggests the use of imagined others instead of God in prayer as a control to discover more about how prayer might work. As seen with breast cancer patients when testing the effectiveness of religious and coping methods, it is clearly seen that prayer is used more dealing with the initial stress and when the outcome is out of the patient's control. This may suggest that prayer to God works because of the perceived authority. Following on, religion as a coping method for dealing with challenging emotions such as anger, stress, and sadness, RCOPE is an assessment method for examining religious coping. 2 major methods were identified: positive, as in reflecting secure spirituality, and negative, showing spiritual struggle. RCOPE was designed as a better tool for assessing religiosity and ways in which they cope with life stresses. As seen with the breast cancer study, religious coping methods have shown to help people cope with emotional distress, though religion is not immune when it comes to social identity theory. Social identity theory states the perceived threat of one's group being marginalized and undermined results in identity threat or feelings of fear, anger, and sadness. Religious identity can be intrinsic and extrinsic. Charles Darwin's theory of emotion in evolution involves wonder, and how this leads to religion and the quest for answers. Darwin's theory, among others, come across as challenging the literal view of the Bible and can elicit identity threat. A study conducted on anger towards God and tolerance of questioning God found higher levels of tolerance toward questioning God were received when there was no inclination of leaving the faith. Depression and religiosity has shown many conflicting research, some showing religiosity as a prevention of depression and some showing greater numbers of religious people having been depressed than non-religious. When addressing religiosity and homosexuality, the latter result is less surprising. Despite the internal conflict and, in cases, lack of support from family or religion, homosexuals can still find their religiosity and come to terms with their faith. This shows the adaptability of faith and religion if it is wanted enough. Once again, when looking at happiness, there are more conflicting views. A study conducted stated that among the literature on happiness and religion, studies using the Oxford Happiness Report have shown religion to be positively correlated to happiness, while studies using the happiness scale show no significance between religiousness and happiness. Finally, religion has proven to be an excellent coping method until identity threat arises. And prayer should be studied further with controls to explore the reliance on faith for it to have emotional benefits, especially with God as an authority figure. People tend to find or seek help in God when the outcome appears to be beyond their control, and this was shown with the breast cancer patient. And finally, religious studies need more controls and regulations due to the controversial nature and the potential experimenter bias. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot and understand how religion can enrich your life and the possible emotional distress which can be caused. Thank you.